Lot of students after our last video on HR short courses also wanted to understand from me that what kind of long-term HR courses they can do from various organizations. So this video is definitely a much awaited video. These are 7 long-term HR certification program from organization of world-renowned reputation. These are recommended after thorough studies, and I have also prepared some notes for my dear followers and subscribers. But you need to understand that before finalizing this certification, which is definitely a cost inventing, a cost putting certifications, because each and every certification is roughly ranging from $300 to $500. So you have to invest wisely. You have to also see that you have already gained some experience in the HR department, in the HR function, and then you are proceeding forward with these certifications, because these certification needs minimum commitment of 6 months to 1 year time, and ensure that you have also spent roughly 2 to 3 years up to 5 years depending on the level of certification you want to do before you finalize or decide to go ahead with this particular certification. Now I'm going to tell you the next 7 certifications which are going to be very, very effective for you in case you opt for any of them, because every certification has its own USP, has its own need and demand, and it is done as per your career aspiration and also on the basis of particular function you are working in the HR industry or HR function. This will also help you in getting the relevant opportunity, because certification will show that you are not just a fresher or a starter, but you are there, you want to be there in the industry, you are going to be a seasonal profession in the HR industry. So the first and the foremost in this particular list is Professional in Human Resource Certification, which is being done by HRCI, Human Resource Certification Institution. This is a basic certification which anybody can do who is working for the HR field. However, I always recommend people not to go for long-term HR certification if you are a fresher or if you are holding just an experience of 6 months or 1 year. Try to at least grab the working experience of 3 years, because this certification also has an exam, but this is one of the best and one of my favorite certification, because it talks about not just domestic market, but it also talks about US regulations and laws. It talks about management concepts, it talks about labor laws, it talks about organizational development, it talks about all the technical requirement in the field of HR. So yes, this is highly recommended. And for all the certifications which I'm going to mention, I will also put the link in the description box below, so that you can reach out to the exact window from this particular video. The next in the line is definitely a certified professional in human resource, which is done from SHRM, Society for Human Resource Management. Now, when you talk about certification in, a CP certificate, it is recommended that you at least have some working concept, because there is an exam of roughly 160 questions. It is going to be a CBT based, computer based test like PHR, the one which I have shared earlier, because PHR has roughly 200 questions, which is also situational based and which is also practically based. So why people do the course from SHRM? Because you are putting more emphasis on team. You want to learn people management. You want to increase their, people management productivity, their involvement, their initiatives, their motivation. And that is why the whole curriculum for CP certification is really focused on people management initiatives, people management skills. Under the same league, I can offer the third specialization or the third certification, which is the Senior Certified Professional, again from SHRM. The only difference between CP and Senior CP is the difference in the work experience. People who has roughly 3 to 5 years of experience, I always recommend that you go for Certified Professional certification. But if you have the experience of roughly above 5, 7, 8, 10 or 12 years of experience, I highly recommend that you must do Senior Certified Professional certification from Society for Human Resource management. In the same league, we have the strategic program, also the strategic HR leadership program by Human Capital Institute. Now, when you want to hire a team, when you want to recruit a team, when you want to design a team, when you want to design the roles for them, and when you want to train them, when you want to coach them, the whole strategy is related to the business goal of the organization, the business function of the organization. The outcome of the strategy of that particular business is decided, and accordingly you hire a team, you depute roles to people, you decide their salary, and you align their individual goal to that strategy which you have mentioned. This is a highly recommended certificate, but then it is very, very important because it also has a cost roughly above $500. So it is recommended that if you have at least 10 to 12 years of experience in varied industry at various levels, maybe domestic, international market as well, and if you are working as a HR senior business partner, you're working closely with the business development teams, business management teams, the senior higher level management, then this kind of certification is the need of the hour for you. Next in the line is Certified Human Resource Professional from Human Resource Professional Association, and it is definitely the certificate which talks primarily about compensation, about benefits, how you are competitive in the environment, in the given industry, with the given function. Are you able to justify the compensation? Are you able to justify the benefits? And are you able to offer, the incentives as far as the industry, the bonuses are going on, the fringe benefits? So when you need to have a detailed understanding for training, development, compensation and benefit, and you really want to go into that particular field only, then this certificate for human resource professional is definitely one of the best certification. Now the next is definitely my favorite, Certified Professional in Training and Development. If you are really interested in coaching, developing skills of people, not just the professional skills, but even the personal skills of the organization. If you are truly interested in the holistic development of people, then this certificate is definitely meant for you. This is known as Certified Professional in Training and Development, and this is done from Association for Talent Development Organization. And for this, though you require the minimum experience of 5 years, but I still coach my clients and my coachees and my mentees and students and followers that these certifications are very, very expensive. Now, if you want to really make your career into training and development, try to pull yourself back from each and every other function of the HR department and have a concrete understanding of how you're making the training, what all the needs are needed in the training and development requirements, how you plan a training, how you make the resources available, how you work on the outcomes, how you work on the individual gaps. If you feel very excited, motivated towards only the training and development of individuals, then only I will recommend this particular certification. Also, before you go ahead with this particular certification, because it also has a cost 500 and above, and there are multiple programs in training and development from this particular institution, you must spend at least 5 to 7 years of your understanding into training and development, because training and development certification is only done when you have dealt with people across ages, across functions, and you understand the training needs of people on just being a neutral human being as well. And the last is definitely Human Resource Management from Human Resource University. Now, this is a very, very important certification. Now, in this university, there are multiple short-term courses. You can definitely go for management concepts. You can definitely go for T&D. You can go for recruitment. You can go for compensation and benefit. It has also a lot of programs on hiring and developing team. Now, it depends that which short program you want to do from HR University, because HRM, Human Resource Management itself, this certification itself has small certifications under the main certification, and for each short term program you are being given the short term certificate as well. Last but not the least, a bonus certification information which I would like to share. I have really have a great review of people who have done HR analytics from Coral University. Now, I will not recommend you to do that particular course if you are blank, you have not worked in that particular field of HR data, HR analytics, and straight away you are going for that particular program. If you have really worked on HR data, how the human resource data, the existing data of the company is being used for the human resource development department and for the organization as a whole, then only there is a point of doing this particular HR analytics course from the Coral University, because it is also one of the expensive program in the HR industry, because it also has a cost of roughly $200 and above. Now the benefit, in the end, I would also like to tell you the benefit of doing the programs or doing the certification from these institutions or these prestigious institutions are that you get a community of like-minded people, community of people who are falling into the same category of your own career goals and career aspirations. You become a member, the cost is different. You are a non-member, the cost of the exam is different. Also, you get their specific access to their library, to their resources of articles, research papers. At the later stage, there is also a possibility that from that group, you also get a lot of jobs through recommendations, through word of mouth, and you definitely get a tag of that particular institution. Now, this is a detailed video on the information which is collected by me, because I have worked on the nuances of these particular certification. But I'm getting a lot of queries, I am doing this, I have this much of HR experience. My personal request and suggestion to you that when you're approaching leader in making, try to book your own personalized, customized session, because each and every certification is being recommended on the basis of your professional educational background, what kind of career you are following after your graduation or post-graduation, what kind of jobs you are opting, and then we have to plan a career path for you. So every session is a different and a unique session, and everybody needs the guidance accordingly. You can also share your CV, because we do review your CV. We try to tell you the modification, we try to tell you the gaps, we help you in filling the gaps as well with our recommendation. And that is why we offer a customized coaching session for all people who are approaching us for a personal guidance. Do let me know that how you are able to resonate with this particular video, because since very long you wanted to have a video on the long-term HR certification program to be shared by Leader in Making. I, Sunita Tank, is so happy to support all my subscribers and followers. I would also like to request you to put any query, any doubt which can be common to other candidates as well in the description box below, and I will try to address the same on our community group for sure. Best of luck.